Today we're building a house, but every room has a random item. And for every room we randomize an item for, I thought I would do the most obvious item of the room. So let's say if we're building a bedroom, we randomize the bed. If we're building the living room, we randomize the couch. And I thought for the exterior, what is probably most important is the wallpaper. Now I calculated and I have a total of 381 wallpaper. So I've made a wheel with 381 numbers, which includes every single wallpaper, all the tile, the glass walls, the glowing ones. I am scared. I don't know if I can actually do this, but we are gonna spin the wheel. Please be nice to us. Please let us have a nice looking house. I am terrified. What is it gonna be? I have no idea. 189. That is right in the middle of it. My prediction is that that is in the tile category. 183, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. I think we might have gotten an exterior wallpaper. Is it my favorite? By far, no. Especially because we have to have the same one on the bottom and on the top, which is an interesting pattern. So it's still definitely challenging, but at the very least, it's an exterior wallpaper. Okay, let's see. We can change the swatch. We are absolutely allowed to change the swatch. For now, I'm gonna do this yellow one, and we shall see once we put on like the roof and everything else if we still like that color. I built a weird shell as well. Like this is an interesting shell I built here, which was kind of on purpose to challenge myself, but also maybe I shouldn't have. I think we need a foundation. Instantly looks better. I mean, I think I'm just gonna go for my usual strategy, which is if you just keep adding details to your house, eventually it will look good. There's so many layers to this if you add it to the roof as well. It just never ends. Okay, so roofing this has turned out to be very hard. So I'm gonna try to fix that, not by changing the shell, which is what I usually do, but by maybe adding more porch. This is gonna be such a weird house. What am I attempting to do here? Okay, we're definitely doing incredibly weird things, but I do think that this roof really breaks up our like wallpaper issue because there's something in between the layers. So maybe we're on to something. Even if it does look awful, I do realize. Just give it a second. Give it a second. We'll get there. Maybe we don't even need this anymore. I don't know if I still like these pillars, honestly. I think we need different pillars. How about like chunky big pillars? You know what? I'm kind of feeling the chunky big pillars. That is the wrong kind of red. That matches the brick, but now our chunky big pillars look out of place. I'm gonna attempt black just to see. Is that better? We could lean into the yellow. Maybe. You know what? That might be good. Do we have a brick fence? Wait, we don't have a brick fence? Interesting. I mean, what we could do a half wall and then we'd have to use that. Oh, not as bad as I thought. I thought it would have the wooden paneling on it too, but it doesn't. Okay, maybe it's starting to look like something. Maybe it's starting to look like something. We still have windows. So like windows are gonna help so much. I think I want the yellow. I want everything to have that kind of like subtle yellow. We could do semi-modern. Just remove the existence of the wood paneling altogether. We don't see it. It doesn't exist. Wait, why is this starting to look nice? Any fun yellow doors? Not really. We could create our own double doors by placing 2 individual ones and then flipping this one. That's actually kind of perfect. Okay, and then in the back, we might just do a single. That's so different than what I usually build, but like, isn't that fun? We need landscaping. Is landscaping a new category? I feel like landscaping might count as its own room because it's front yard. You know, the room is front yard. So we also have a backyard. We'll do something for that. But I feel like front yard, the only thing we'd really put is landscaping. So we could end up with a dead tree or something way too tropical or that. We could have that. Okay, there are 204 options here. 204. Let's see which one we get. Again, I can't even like predict where it's gonna land because I cannot see the numbers. The beginning are trees. I probably don't want those. 117. Okay, that's definitely not a tree. So this is 106. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh my god, we got so close to that. Oh my god, I shouldn't joke about these things. The wheel can hear me. The wheel can clearly hear me. I don't love this plant. Like, to be completely honest, I don't love this plant, but it's much better than that. Okay, we gotta use this like a few times. We get to use other things, but like this has to be a recurring thing. Otherwise it's unfair. I'm just wondering how to do this. Like, is this a wild garden sort of situation? I think it's one where you just kind of put like a few rocks here and there. Like every garden is slightly different. This is a rock kind of house. Okay, that's pretty cute. I actually quite like that. I mean, that's also the fun of these challenges. Like sometimes an item that you usually skip actually ends up working quite well. And then we'll do one more along here like that. Do we want a tree? Yes, a little bit of terrain paint. And I mean, that is pretty cute for the exterior. So that means it's probably time to go to the interior. And this time, let's actually start upstairs. And I'm gonna start with our hallway. And I think the most important thing in a hallway is the doors, because that is literally the point of a hallway. So let's spin the wheel once again. I have 227 doors. So there are 227 numbers on this wheel. Let's see which door we get. 92. Again, I have no idea what that means, but it's probably not an arch. It might be a front door though. That could very well be a front door. 90, 91, 92. Okay, from all of the like front door options that surround this door, this one is really not that bad. It does have a slide window, which is definitely interesting. We might have to put like some sort of curtain on there, but not terrible. Okay, so I mean, I could choose a different swatch, but the white is a little dirty looking, a little rough. So I think I'm gonna go for this brown swatch. So we will try to match that. Okay, let's do some dark wooden floor to match. They're definitely a little rustic as well. So let's see if we have some sort of like rustic looking wallpaper. That is pretty cute. I think I might go for that. I think that's cute. I would love a gallery wall here. I think that would look really cute. Are we gonna make that ourselves, or are we gonna like grab something already gallery-like? Maybe we can expand on this. That's pretty good. I like that. Whenever I see big window, my mind just immediately goes window seat. It's just, I can't help it. I just immediately want to put a window seat there. I don't mind the dark blue, but then we do need to have more dark blue in this room. Let's do a bookcase in this corner. Well, maybe we can make the curtains dark blue. Not bad. Closer, but no. See, now that looks good. And then we can also use the matching curtain rail. And then I would like an accent table probably right there with some plants. And I think that makes a very fun hallway. And I feel like that aesthetic really matches the doors somehow. Like I really let the doors inspire this room, and I really like how it turned out. Should we do the kids' room next? That one is a little scary, because I think instead of doing a bed, I'm gonna do the kids' furniture category, which could be a crib or a bunk bed or a random bookcase. Like there's so much different types of furniture in here, and this time we have 107 options. So we're gonna spin the wheel and see what furniture we get. Like this time we truly don't know. We don't even really know what category it's gonna be in. So that's really at the beginning, isn't it? Three. I don't remember what was at 3. The Dreamland nightstand. Okay, that is not the furniture I usually build with, because that is like the basic base game furniture. But we have a lot of other like matching stuff. So I might challenge myself to try to build with that. So let's continue with the same floor, and then possibly a similar wallpaper, just a different color. I don't know if I can make that look good yet. Maybe. Also, I really want to try to make this look like a bench. I don't know if I can do that. What if I raise this up? Wait, no, that's so cute. What if we do 2? Okay, that is cute. And then we can do pillows. Raise those up like that. Okay, that is very cute. Again, not functional, but cute. Is there another swatch on this? What if we do pink? Okay, I'm not feeling it yet, but I feel like I can make this work. We also need to cover that door. Oh, that's adorable. Like a tiny little privacy curtain. That is so cute. Okay, we need that. That's perfect. We need toys as well. We have the new one. It's slightly terrifying, but you know what? Sure. We also still have this in that same line we've been using. Maybe we can put that there, and then we'll put this here. Let's put a bunch of toys just on the floor. Make it look a bit messy. And a rug like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then I think we only need more wall decorations. If those could be blue, that would be nice. You know what? I really like that. I feel like we really fully committed to that one piece of furniture, made the whole room in that aesthetic, and I really like that. I love the window seat as well. The pink and the blue turned out very nicely. Let's move on to our main bedroom. So for this one, we will go to the beds. Slightly scary because this is clearly like a double bed sort of bedroom. So if we don't get a double bed, that would be sad. What would be even worse though if we get something like a bunk bed? Oh no. Oh, I found things that are way worse. Oh god. Oh, there's horse beds, there's dog beds, there's horse beds, there's coffins. Oh no. Oh, that's certainly not what I was thinking of when I thought of the beds category. We gotta do it though. So we have 166 options this time, and the horse bed is somewhere in the middle, so I really don't think we will know if we get that one, but we get 42. 42 feels pretty good. Oh no, that's very much still in the single bed category. Ooh, it's a little too early. So this is 32, 40, 41, 42. I mean, okay, I feel like it fits the house so far. Like whatever vibe we've been going for, it's clearly this. But it is a single bed. All right, so one thing we can do is we can just mash 3 of these together, and that looks strange because now it's suddenly like a triple bed because we have 3 pillows. So we might have to mesh 4 of these together and make it look like a double bed. But now the question is that still functional? Probably isn't, right? No, it's not. Okay, what about 3 but we do like that? One person has a giant pillow and the other person has a normal pillow. Okay, so that works on one side. We probably want that to work on the other side as well. The problem is if I just do 2 beds, I think that will look a little too small. But if we do 3 beds like this, who has 3 pillows on a bed, you know? It might just have to be that. Yeah. It's okay. So we have 3 beds like this. Let's maybe do green or like that color. Oh, it's freaking. How far can I put these beds like into each other before they're not functional anymore? Okay, that looks better and that's still functional. Okay, good. The more I look at the bed, like the more normal it becomes. There was something very off-putting about it at first, but now I'm just like, yeah, this makes sense to me. What if we add more decorative pillows? Does that distract you from the fact that there are too many pillows on this bed? Maybe. Maybe that does distract you from that. I really want like a low bookcase along here, but we don't have a low bookcase, or at least I don't. So what if I use shelves? Would that look good? I'm also gonna grab this like suitcase with a pile of books on it, raise it up at 9, and then place it on top of our little bench here to kind of make it look like they have like a pile of books that they haven't like put away yet. And then we're gonna make these look way less uniform by changing all of the colors. That looks very cute. I really like that. And then we just need like one more painting here. Something like a landscape, maybe that one. Yeah. I really like that bedroom. It doesn't have like a traditional double bed, but it does have 2 single beds. So 2 Sims can sleep in this room. And if they want to woohoo, they can do that in the shower. Okay, let's move on to the bathroom. This is the main bathroom of the house. The only one that will have a shower, which means I'm probably gonna randomize the shower. There's not a lot that can go wrong with that because I like most of these showers. Most of them. There might be some that I don't like. We'll find out though. And there are so little showers in this game that we can actually see the numbers this time. There are 31? I think I'm saying that correctly. 31 showers. And there's maybe only like 3 that I don't like. So surely we're not gonna get one of those, right? 29. Okay. So if this is 31, this is 30, this is 29. We were close to getting that. We were very close to getting that. That's one of the ones that I don't like. But no, we got this, which is actually quite nice because we have a separate toilet in this house. So we don't need to have a toilet in our bathroom. So we definitely have space for this to be like a shower tub combo. Might actually be the best option for this room. So I think we got lucky with that. I do love like a counter sink, especially these new ones. They're so nice in the bathroom. Nice double sink. We can definitely do that. I'm challenging myself to do like colors and a style that I usually don't, just to see if I can make it look good, but it's definitely a challenge. Okay, definitely not bad. That is a wallpaper I've never used before. So it's fun trying to like figure out how to incorporate that into the room, which was definitely inspired by this swatch on the shower that we got. So that is our main bathroom. Let's do the final room of our second floor, which is the toilet or the half bath. And definitely the most important thing in that room is the toilet, which is something that has a very high chance of not working out, because as you can see, there are actually more weird toilets, like outdoor toilets or litter boxes or bushes, than there are normal toilets in this category. We have 52 toilets. I am scared. I am afraid. I just have a feeling like it's been going so well. It has to go wrong at one point, right? I don't like 36. I don't like 36. I don't know why I don't like 36, but I don't like 36. Okay, that is 32, 33, 34, 35, 36! Oh my god, it's so ugly, but it's a normal toilet. It's so ugly. So ugly, but I love it because it's a normal sized toilet. Oh, we gotta use the weird swatch. I mean, like, this would be the easiest one to do, right? This would be the hardest. We're gonna do that one. We're gonna do that one. I just have to. I have to do that one. There's no way we're not going for that. Can I make that look good? Do we have a matching, like, blue or orange? Oh, I love that. We're gonna do orange? I'm having way too much fun with this. Why am I having so much fun with this? Okay, wait, where do we put the toilet over there, and then, like, the sink here-ish. Just trying to figure out how to make this room work. That might be it. Stickers on the mirror feels very much the right vibe. There's so much, like, space up here. I feel like there should be, like, a fun, like, poster type thing. You know what I mean? Like, something to really sell it. Okay, you know what? We're getting somewhere, aren't we? Wait, that's perfect. Wait, I'm having so much fun. Why is this so fun? Things I have never used before in The Sims. I don't know. You can all tell me in the comments that you hate it, but I kind of love it. I think that is such a vibe, and that matches that toilet perfectly. All right, which room are we going to? Should we do the living room? Okay, so we're doing a couch. What I didn't think about is that this room is not that big. So if we get like a big couch, that's gonna take up a lot of space, but I think we'll be okay. We've got up to 129 on the wheel, and I'm a little bit nervous because there's so many different styles of couches and a lot that I don't like. 17. Okay, so early on, which is where the love seats are. So maybe we don't get something really big. Oh no! No, you're kidding me. You must be joking. You must be joking. 15, 16, 17. Number 17 is a camping chair. Number 17 is a camping chair. Oh no. We're gonna make this work. We will make this work. I am determined to make this work because this house has been so cute so far. We will make it work. Also, I think for the hallway, I'm gonna do the staircase. That is the thing I'm gonna randomize. So I'll just use the same doors. I feel like that's fair. Hear me out. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. This one is gonna go there, and we'll do something nice over here. We only need one. One item needs to be randomized, and it's this one. Then we go to the cabinets, and we grab ourselves a kitchen cabinet, move that onto the floor. I promise this will work out. I take it back. It's not gonna work out. Oh no. That was my whole plan. My whole plan was to put like cabinets nicely on the floor. No, it just isn't working. Okay, next plan. Pillows. Give me pillows. Does that still work? Someone tell me if this works. Can you sit on that? No. Dang it. I feel like it has to be functional. If it's not functional, it doesn't count. I don't know if I'm making this better. I don't know what I'm doing. Are we liking this? Is that everything we wanted? I am gonna assume this will not be functional anymore. And also, like, is that better? How's that? Does that look good? Wow, doesn't this look comfortable and nice, right? Ooh, wait. Sims can walk through like wall decorations. Idea. So I've now grabbed that curtain rail that we've also used upstairs. Can you sit? We can do something with that. We can do something with that. Okay, wait. We just need to like move this so that it's exactly nestled in between walls. And then, without being able to see anything, which is great, we place our curtain there, and here. And here. Okay, moment of truth. This might look ridiculous. Okay, there's some issues. There's certainly some issues. Okay, but to me that looks better than what it was before. And is it still functional? Yes. Oh, I feel like I need to like clean it up more. We now have this. I tried to make it look more like a wooden bench. I am honestly just amazed it's functional. Like you could take a nap on that if you wanted to. That just straight up works. But I thought in spirit of getting like a camping chair, we would do some kind of like nature-y wallpaper. So I could do that. But that is quite nice. Then over here, we probably want the TV. Okay, are we doing it yet? Does this look like a normal room? I think we're doing it. You know what? I am happy with that room. Maybe a coffee table. Maybe just a coffee table and then we're done. Coffee table with like a little plant on there. You know what? That's good. I think that's good. That is a very lovely living room and I don't see anything wrong with that. This is just an ordinary living room and there's nothing weird in this entire room. Right? Right. Yes. Let's move on. So like I said, in the hallway, I think I'm going to randomize the staircase. So that's a fun new thing we get to do. There are 37 staircases and we're going to find out which one we get. I don't know if I have a preference. There's probably a couple that don't match the style so far. 35, 37, 36, 35. Not a staircase I usually use, but I also don't hate it because it kind of fits the vibe of the exterior, I'd say. I always like matching my wallpapers, but I can't match this one in particular because that still doesn't match. So maybe we should try doing like that kind of vibe. Yeah, why not? I don't think I've ever used this wallpaper before. So it will be a fun challenge to make this look like it matches the rest of the house. Starting with the curtains we've been using all over the house. We had a new fun hallway thing in Adventure Awaits. This. Very hallway-y. What I want to try to do is make like a bench. I wonder if this one will look good. You know what? Yeah. That makes sense to me. These people feel like a dog household. Actually, on that note, let's actually make it a dog household. I mean, I don't mind the way this looks. I feel like it's just not matching the staircase. Maybe if we do a different swatch on the staircase, because, I mean, that wasn't forbidden. I feel like we still need like a little bit of that like reddish color in there. That's definitely not it. I mean, I feel like this matches the stair. And then possibly like that or that. The stair needs to be like the tone of the room, you know? And we didn't do that so far. Okay, I just changed some colors around and I think that looks a lot better. Now, the staircase truly feels like the centerpiece of the room. It's different than the style of the other rooms for sure, but that's kind of the point, right? Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so we have another bathroom, half bath sort of situation. I definitely want a toilet in here. And if we manage to squeeze a shower in, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, the only thing that does truly suck about that is that we have to do the toilet thing again. And there's so many risky things happening. I am so afraid that it's gonna give us like this. And what do I do then? Like I size it down and I make this like the weirdest room in existence. Okay, we're just gonna have to do it. So we're gonna spin the wheel and see what toilet we get. There's such a high chance of this going wrong. We were really, really lucky last time that we got a normal sized toilet, even if it was a weird color. 21. I don't remember what number we had last time. What does 21 mean? I'm pretty sure this is 21. I am pretty sure this is 21, which was really close to being this, which would have been really bad. Yeah, that's 21. Great. Such a normal looking bathroom this is gonna be. And possibly a shower, if it will fit. Yeah, I think so. If we just put like a small sink here, that should fit. Okay, I copied the style of the bathroom we have upstairs because I just thought it fit really nicely with this toilet as well. So we have some more coherency in the house. And you know what? That is nice because it's another like full bathroom. So your Sims will have plenty of space to do their business, which means we are now going into what is technically the final room of the interior, but it's separated into two spaces. This will be the kitchen and this will be the dining room. I think we're gonna start with the dining room. Problem is here, these two rooms are connected, right? And I don't know what style the kitchen will be in. So I'm going to build the dining room in a particular style and then get a completely different kitchen potentially. So that's fun. So I feel like, okay, dining table is the obvious choice here. Also slightly scary. I mean, luckily I made this quite a big room. So what I don't want is for this to be a tiny dining table. That would not be nice. We have 111 options. So let's see which one we get. I'm hoping like at least above 30. I think that would be nice. I don't know how many small tables there actually. No. Oh, okay. I thought that was way smaller, but it's 69. This is 65. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Not my favorite table. I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad. We can do like that. We have a lot of bright blue in this house, so I think that makes sense. But it's definitely like an outspoken style, so I fear for matching this with the kitchen. Okay, let's see what chairs would look good with that. We definitely want something like a little eccentric. I mean, this is Movie Hangout, so let's see what else is in Movie Hangout. I don't build with Movie Hangout quite a lot because it's hard. It's kind of a hard style to work with. But I mean, there's a neutral swatch on there. Is that a cop-out? They're pretty chairs though. I'll make sure that like the rest of the room looks more Movie Hangout-ish, I suppose. Let's see everything that's in Movie Hangout and make sure we have like at least a little bit of the style reflected, all right? Not a lot of walls to place things on. I mean, I think that's the trick anyway with these things. Like you want to match like the really colorful with the slightly less colorful. Okay, I think we're getting like a little bit closer to what this is supposed to look like. I'm gonna use the same wallpaper as we did in the hallway, and I might regret that. Okay, so I've added a bunch of Movie Hangout in different shades, and now we're gonna go into like the regular category and see if we can make this look better. I think that is pretty fun. Definitely not the table or the furniture I would usually go for, but I love that about these kind of challenges. It will make me want to try to build like with furniture that I usually don't really use. So that means we're going to the kitchen, and I am afraid that we will not have a matching style and that it will look really weird in comparison to the dining room. So I feel like the most essential thing for survival would be a fridge. But what sets the tone of the kitchen the most is definitely the kitchen counter. So I'm gonna randomize for counter because I think that will be the most fun. That is still 47 options, and I feel like there's not really any logical order to these, so I will truly not know what we're gonna get. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, I would have told you that was terrible, but they added new swatches to these, which makes it very much not as terrible, especially because it's not the falling apart one with stains. It's the regular one. So I can totally work with that. Now the only thing we need to do is match the dining table. There's actually a decent amount of space. I thought it would not be that much, but really not that bad. We have a matching cabinet for that as well. Can we use this same wallpaper? Yes, I feel like we can. Can we use this same flooring? Maybe yes, but then we also change the flooring in the hallway because I actually prefer that. And then I'm gonna grab one of those like really low fences because what I like doing is drawing this like little line in between, so the transition between flooring looks a lot more like deliberate. Could that be a hutch? Because that is very pretty. I feel like that could easily be a hutch. I don't think it is. I think it's a dresser, but I also don't think we really have to like pay much attention to that. I feel like that's the easiest way to make sure that these two rooms like at least match a little bit. If I just grab at least like a few Movie Hangout decorations like those or that, and then I think we'll just go to like the good old regular kitchen decor. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to hang some towels from our kitchen cabinets. So I'm gonna remove this wall temporarily, place it here holding Alt, raise it up at 9, and then place our cabinet back in, and then realize we need to lower this down slightly. Doesn't that look cute? That is so adorable. Honestly, I think that is very cute and pretty much done. I think we got such a nice neutral counter for our kitchen that we could definitely like do anything with it. So I do feel like that is quite coherent with our dining room, but we're not fully done yet. There is one room left, which is our backyard. So there's definitely a lot of things we can do with the backyard. We could do something like landscaping. We could do some kind of like furniture, but what I think will be the most fun is to do an outdoor activity because this has a lot of range. There are a lot of things that can happen here. We could have like a full playground set. We could have build your own rocket kits. We could have a hot tub. And with 297, that is definitely one of our bigger categories in a while. And I'm also gonna have no idea what this number means. 153. That could be anything. That could be anything. 150, 151, 152, 153. Must be placed on a specific object, but we have this playground piece tunnel. So we're definitely building ourselves a playground. And that also means we gotta use the piece that it connects to, which is this one, for example. I have not yet experimented with building these, so that's fun. I mean, that looks kind of fun, right? I feel like that's fun. I feel like a hedge would look nice on this house. Don't ask me why exactly. I just feel like this is a hedge sort of house, which also logically leads to quite a large backyard because this takes up a lot of space. Let's copy the same landscaping that we also had in the front of the house, and then a table. You know what, since this is such a like wonderful place for kids to be, apparently, let's also do a swing set. I feel like that is the missing piece. We have like a tiny bit for the grown-ups to like lounge, and then the kids get free reign of the entire thing. You know what? I think that's nice. That was a really fun challenge to do. I feel like in every single room I got something that was just like a little bit unexpected, not impossible to build with, but just things that I either don't usually build with or that are just like maybe not quite right for the room we were building in, like getting a single bed in like the main bedroom, or maybe it was a piece of furniture that I don't usually gravitate to, or maybe straight up haven't built with ever, and then having that kind of decide the style of the room, still trying to make it like one coherent house but also honoring what that piece of furniture looks like. I think it pushed me just that like tiny bit outside of my comfort zone to rethink how I usually decorate and try some new styles. But in the end, I think we ended up with like a really fun, unique looking house that looks very different than my usual style, which means that our house where every room has one random piece of furniture is complete.